Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith of the Smith and the Black channel here, Ticker Talker. And if it's Tuesday, it's the Strat Attack Show. And you know what that means? We're going to hop into the urban assault vehicle and see what we can dig up here. So, we've got the SPY exhausting going up into the new highs here on the inside month. But then we get the week here on a Tuesday doing nothing, dojiing out. So what that tells us is that we'll be looking at stocks, not the futures, because things are, some are going up, some are going down, and that shows us natural buyers and sellers. So going forward, another thing you can watch here in the daily, you see these ranges are just horrible. But if we go, to the 60, you're going to see here we start off the week. Here is the price discovery broadening formation for this week. Right? How do we get out of this? All right, and you get stuck right in the middle and doing nothing here. And then what you're also going to see here, slight higher highs, slight lower lows. So if we get under our 15-minute, then you're going to see this, the sub-try of the try. The price discovery starting over again here. So you go back from here, and you'll see like this. First, we got to get out of this. Then we got to get out of the bigger one. We're nowhere near doing that. If you go to QQQ, here, weekly, real problems here. You're nowhere near taking out either of this thing right in there. So tight in there. And what that does give us is SMH, also the same. But SMH does give us an inside day, right? So we can keep an eye on some of that. Just, some guidance. Hopefully we can get something out of it. Eventually things will move. And so that's going to give you stuff like LRCX on the inside day. Xilinx would be potential 2-2 back down on the daily. You've got NVIDIA. But you can see these stuck. You can see these 2 days. Everything's just stuck in here, right? So anything that, the hopes is that at least you can break that or something down into here, right? But after they start doing that, they got to stay out of here. Otherwise, you're just going to dry up into an inside week. So that's what we're hoping doesn't happen. But we'll see. We go to the diamonds. The diamonds here. Ugh. Slight higher high. But look at this range so far. So your winners are going to be your small cappers. Here, small cappers taking out last week's highs and going into doing this on the month. New highs. There's your broadening formation. Lower lows, higher highs. So small cappers getting some help here from the energy sector. And so I'm sure you've heard of me talk about a simultaneous break. And that can happen on any time frame. We prefer it on monthlies because then it takes longer. But it can happen on any time frame. It can also happen across the board and all the broader averages all breaking in the same direction at the same time. But it also can be very specific to sector. And so that's what we're seeing here in the energy sector, finally. So if you go to XLE, you're going to see this. The 2 down, 2 up month, right? Break green on the month, and that's a reversal on the XLE monthly. XOP here doing the same. OIH doing the same. And so it's sector specific, but almost every energy name is trading higher than it did last month with a reversal. And you can go right down the board. Chevron, there's your 2-2, 2 down, 2 up. Exxon here. Fang Energy, like so. Concho, PXD, going down the food chain. SM, you've got Murphy here. How's MRO doing? There you go. There's another reversal. You got Patterson Energy, Oxy. So you can see when that's happening, what that means is that they are not being company specific in this sector. It means they're buying across the board. That's what they're showing us here, right? That's a good sign of old Sasquatchy institution doing something. Also, if you go to another sector, a subsector, there you can see MPC, the refiners. Also 2-2 reversal back up. Valero, the same. PSX. And then you go to the OIHers and you got your slob doing it, Halliburton, all that kind of fun. And then for today, tomorrow when we come in, we'll see if everybody keeps going. And then we would identify that as like an inside day for CLR, inside day for Helmerich Payne, right, to see if those continue and everything keeps tuning in the same direction. That's a simultaneous break. We also got some retail coming out of the ashes here. If you go to the monthly, Macy's comes out of this inside month, or is that 2-2? No, that's 2-2 to the upside. Nordstrom's inside month to the upside. You've got Phillips Van Heusen, some retail. You've got some, I think Lowe's is coming out. We got some earnings coming out. So a lot of these things we're playing day by day because you're not getting any futures help, right? So this is why you want to try and see if you can focus on sectors when they're all going in the same direction, right? Or similar stocks and whatnot. So if we go to Dish Network here, Dish Network, monthly reversal, 2 down, 2 up, and you got some more magnitude to try and come and take this stuff out, still going, and this is what you look for, the go, 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 go. And, you know, this is aggressive when it's going 2, 2, 2, 2, and so what you can wait for something, when something's this strong, they're going to triangle knot. We know that's going to happen. So if you look at like Dolby, you can just wait and say, okay, this tells me I want to be involved. This tells me I've had corrective activity. 2 down day, and then boom, back to the previous range. And you'll notice that these green bars are a lot bigger than any of these. So you just wait for that corrective activity, and then bang, off she goes. We had PLTR today, just picking up some steam here. Palantir, and another thing you look for now that we're 17 days into the month, bright green months and bright green weeks is what we like because they tend to get bigger. And as you can see, this certainly did. Now it goes into exhaustion risk going into recent highs, is what it is. We'll see if that can triangle not set up again. Also, with the strength of the Bitcoin, you got Riot Blockchain picking up some steam here today. So if you go to the 60, you're going to see this, what we look for. So here you'll see the 2 up, the 2 down, and then boom here, right? This is our continuation, right? It's up, there's the corrective activity. Now, it comes back in, right? And so we can expect that because it's into exhaustion risk. But, so some people will say when it goes up and comes back in, it didn't work. Well, you have to remember our magnitude is to take this out. Why? Because all we're looking for is 2 bars to form an outside bar of that because we know that phenomenon exists, correct? So then it backs off. So here, when you get the new flip, if there was really sellers in there, it would have gone down. That's not what happened. Stop these guys out. The buyers hadn't moved up yet. They're just sitting right here, and then they move right back up. So Riot Blockchain had a nice day. We'll see if that follows through. If we go to DraftKings, and DraftKings, still inside month, but a big month, all right? It's a big month, and you can see the good thing about the last 3 months, they're either buying or selling this thing, and not right now they're back to they're back to buying, right? So what we did have, once again, you're looking for that triangle. Yeah, here, stop them out. Here, these two become an outside bar of that, right? So the magnitude was to take this out. The good thing is you are above last week's high, so you are 2 up. You just want to stay up there above 45.50 for right now and keep the train rolling. Yeah, also pandemics, you have Boeing, believe it or not, finally. You just have to wait, right, for these signals. When people are just always trying to bottom pick stuff, just wait. Here you go. This was a slight 2 down, and then boom, the 2-2 reversal for Boeing kicked in above 175.56. Trading 210, not bad. So still going there is the Boeing. One of the things we've also seen, we've had vaccines. Ugh. And we've also seen CEOs dumping straight into it. Pfizer. So Pfizer goes up, does its job, magnitude takes this out, and then what happened? Weekly, here's your broadening formation. That was a 2 up, boom. Now you're a 2-2 reversal back down on the weekly, right? That's bad. Like, look at what this has done. Nice, nice vaccine you got there. So this is what you look for. Just like on the upside, downside. 2 down, 2 up, boom. Right here, magnitude was to take this out, which it did, become an outside bar of that, and now still going. Pfizer, if we go to Moderna, just slightly 2-2 on that, and that's setting up potentially, and early in the week, but setting up for another 2-2 weekend, just like the old Pfizer. So we'll see. BNTX. Ow. And this gaps up, and then 2-2 reversal on the week and getting destroyed here. The good thing for this thing, too, is turning that month back red, and you can see these dailies just getting gnarl coming back down through here, right? A big gap, and we'll see. You got more range in here. If you go to a 60, here you can see this is how you get in on this. The 2 down, the 2 up, boom. And then these, slowly but surely, unless we get this major reversal against us, are going to become an outside bar of all that, which you did because you had time frame continuity on your side. We have McKesson got hit today. And McKesson is now an outside week. here to the downside. So it did its magnitude, supposed to take this out. And if you look at the daily, you'll see this. Here, pokes its head up and then gaps through. So when this gap happens, you see that little wick there and comes up in here and starts puking? Yeah, we know the broadening formations exist because outside bars exist. We know because we had the slight higher high and I'm coming back to a previous range, we're going to take that out, which it did. And then hopefully it keeps going. But there's your broadening formation to keep an eye on it. McKesson have OTRK. And OTRK, one of the few, didn't do too much today, but certainly always keeping an eye on who's twoing down on the week and down on the month. This thing is, all right? So now you're in the lower low, so you want to be careful here that it doesn't try and go back up because here's your higher highs and here's your lower lows. So we'll be watching to see if this continues to tune down or give us one of those other signals like this, the two up, boom, back to the previous range. You see that? That's what you want to be looking for. Okay, we've got Regeneron. Hey, nice antibodies you got there, Puker. And so it goes inside day and down yesterday, the 2, 1, 2. Now you got some more range down in here to take out, which would be real nice. You're still an inside week, but we're seeing that so far the theme of curing the virus is not necessarily good for stocks. If we go to Centene here in the healthcare, there's a slight 2-2 weaker. We can keep an eye on that with like XLV stuff. Here, XLV still inside, but if you can get this to take that out, that would help accelerate stuff like that, and that would get you watching a bunch of others like ANTM and Humana, all that kind of stuff still hanging around up there. EXAS here, multiple bar pattern, which is a bit of a problem, but you are below these two. Right, so it got hit a little bit. It has to keep going though because you're still a compound one of this. But so far, comes down, takes out this range, and so we'll see. We don't want any twos back up because we know when you have a tight range like this, price discovery can start over again and chop you up, but good. So be aware of that. So we've got these futures really need to assert themselves eventually. Right now they are not, but things will change when they do. So be aware of the tight broadening formations in the SPY, the inside weeks, and be aware, especially this week, that you always want to have at least 4 time frames up, and that's going to keep you out of trouble, right? If you see this on the weekly, you know this is not something you want to be trading, right? Now, that starts to go long red or green. Now you got my attention, and taking out either side of that, now you got my attention. Right now you don't, right? You can expect to get chopped up in there. So we're going to constantly be staying on things that are taking out last week's highs, things that are taking out last week's lows, the groupings by sector that we're seeing here. So we also have earnings and all that kind of stuff as we get into it. And then if we do get these inside weeks, next week is Thanksgiving here in the United States, so we only have 3.5 days, right? And so you put potential inside week, right? Because this year people won't be traveling as much; they'll be home. But you've only got 3.5 days to get any of that movement. So we'll have to see. So let them open, stick on those things taking out last week's highs and last week's lows. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Smith Black Channel here, Ticker Talker with Strat.